So life insurance fund, where it will appear? So it is a reserve and surplus, schedule number 6. Schedule number 4, benefits paid. Under benefits paid, come to the bonus, add to bonus. 4,44,000. Either we can add in the premium only, schedule number 1. Otherwise we can add here also. Hello my dear students, I am your Ajay sir, faculty, Department of Commerce and Management, Vidyashram, First Grade College, Mysuru, a temple of excellence. My dear students, in today's session, I am going to handle the subject Corporate Accounting 2 for 4th Sem BCom, and the topic is Accounting for Life Insurance Company. Now, in the previous session also, we were discussing about the problem, and in today's session also, we will discuss about the one of the question paper problem. Now, the following are the balance sheet extracted from the books of Surya Kiran Life Insurance Company as on 31st/3/2018. Prepare revenue account and balance sheet in the IRDA form. Next one, this is the balance sheet. Let's look at the schedules where it appears. So, life insurance fund, where it will appear? So, it is a reserve and surplus, schedule number 6. Next one, claims. So, all claims, schedule number 4, benefits paid. So, it is schedule number 4. Claims by maturity, schedule number 4, benefits paid. Surrender, schedule number 4, benefits paid. Loans on mortgage, where loan appears, schedule number 9. So, loans, schedule number 9. So, loans on policy, schedule number 9. Management expenses, where management expenses comes? So, management expenses comes in operating expenses, schedule number 3. So, it is operating expenses. Now, here this is consideration for annuities granted. So, let's write consideration for annuities granted. So, consideration for annuities granted. So, where it appears consideration for annuities granted, we can add in the revenue account to the premium. So, after schedule number 1, write the premium total amount and we can add in the revenue account. Next one, premium deposits, schedule number 13, current liabilities. Next one, depreciation on fixed assets. So, it is an operating expenses, schedule number 3. Next item, government securities. So, any investment on securities, everything comes under the investment. So, investment is schedule number 8. Next one, other securities is also investment, schedule number 8. Fixed assets. So, all fixed assets, building, land, all comes under schedule number 10. Agents balance. So, it is a liability for us. So, we have to pay to the agents balance. That's why it is schedule number 13, current liabilities. Interest and dividend, we can show it in the revenue account. We can add here, or we can add to the premium only in schedule number 1. Next one, income tax on the above. So, income tax, it is an current asset, schedule number 12. Next one, outstanding premium. So, if they are given in the trial balance, we can show it in the balance sheet schedule. So, it will be considered as a outstanding premium is a current asset, schedule number 12. Next one, interest accrued. So, it is a current assets, schedule number 12. Next one, sundry debtors is a schedule number 12, current assets. Next one, claims outstanding. So, it is a previous year claims outstanding. Where we have to show it this? So, we have to deduct from claims, schedule number 4. Schedule number 4 minus from claims. Next one, bonus in reduction of premium. So, we have to show it in the add to the bonus, schedule number 4, add to the bonus. Next one, premium, schedule number 1, premium. Cash balance, schedule number 11, cash and bank balance. Now, let's go to the adjustment. So, we are having 4 adjustments here. Let's look at the first one, claims outstanding. It's current year claim outstanding. So, any outstanding of the current year, add to the claims. Schedule number 4, benefits paid, add to the claims. Again, show it in the current liability, schedule number 13. Next one, claims covered under reinsurance. Where we have to show claims covered under reinsurance. It is a reinsurance made with other company. We have to cover the reinsurance amount. So that's why we have to show it in the minus from the claims, and we have to show it in the current asset. We have to show it in the minus from the benefits paid schedule number 4 minus from claims, and we have to show it in the current asset schedule number 12. Next one, further bonus utilized in reduction of premium 12,000. Where we have to show further bonus utilized in reduction of premium. Schedule number 1, add to premium. Schedule number 4, benefits paid. Under benefits paid, come to the bonus, add to bonus. Next one, management expenses due. So any due is an outstanding. Management expense outstanding goes to schedule number 3, operating expenses. Add in the operating expenses to management expenses, and again we have to show it in the schedule number 13, current liabilities. So I'll write the schedule here. So first one, claims outstanding, where we have to show first adjustment in the schedule number 4, benefits paid. Under benefit, add to the claims. Again coming to schedule number 13, current liability, show it in the current liability. Next one, claims covered under reinsurance. Claims covered under reinsurance. So where we have to show, so under schedule number 4, benefits paid. Under benefits paid, minus from claims. Minus from claims, again show it in the schedule number 12, current assets. Next one, further bonus utilized in reduction of premium. So further bonus now where we have to show further bonus, so go to the schedule number 4, benefits paid. Under benefits paid, go to bonus, add to bonus, add to the bonus under benefits paid, schedule number 4. Again schedule number 1, premium, add to premium. Next adjustment is management expenses outstanding. So any outstanding goes to liability side of the balance sheet as a current liability. So first adjustment, so under revenue account, so we have to show it in the other or operating expenses. So management expenses outstanding. So go to the schedule number 3, operating expenses. So add to management expenses. Claims covered under reinsurance. So where we have to show first one, premium. So under premium, first one, premium received, and also we have further bonus utilized in reduction of premium, you have to add it. So what is the total premium we are having here? The premium is 16,84,000. 16,84,000. Add further bonus utilized in reduction of premium is 12,000. Add this 12,000, put into outer column. It is 16,96,000. Item is next schedule number 2, commission. So we have, let's see, is there any commission? See, we don't have commission here, so it is a nil. So we don't have commission. We don't have commission, it is nil. Next item, schedule number 3, operating expenses. We have management expenses, expenses of management. So we have expenses of management is considered as 4,44,000. Management expenses is 4,44,000. Again, add outstanding of management expenses. We have outstanding of 18,000. Add it. It is 4,62,000. Again, if you have any depreciation on fixed asset, we have to add this here. So depreciation on fixed asset is 6,000. Add this, so plus 6,000. So we get 4,68,000. Next schedule number 4, benefits paid. So in benefits paid, we have no claims, we have bonus, we have annuities and surrenders. So first one, schedule number 4, benefits paid under first one, claims. Let's go to the claims. Claims by death is 1,20,000. So let's write 1,20,000. Again add claims by maturity. What are the claims by maturity? Claims by maturity is 1,18,000. So 1,18,000. Deduct if you have any outstanding. So outstanding of the previous year. So let's go to the trial balance. We will be having outstanding claims belongs to previous year we have. So claims outstanding for previous year is 36,000. Deduct this 36,000. Again add current year outstanding. Look at the adjustment we are having. Current year outstanding of 54,000. Add this 54,000. Put into outer column. And also we are having claims recoverable from reinsurer. See here, claims recoverable from reinsurer is 24,000. So deduct this 24,000. Later we will add claims recoverable from reinsurance. Our reinsurance is 24,000. So deduct this 24,000. Now let's add all the amount. 1,20,000 plus 1,18,000 minus 36,000. Add 54,000 minus 24,000. Total is 2,32,000. Next item is surrender. Let's go to the surrender here. The total surrender amount is 32,000. Surrenders 32,000. Next one we are having bonus in reduction of premium here. So let's see what is the bonus in reduction of premium is 12,000. 12,000. Again we have to add further bonus in reduction of premium. So further bonus in reduction of premium is 12,000. Add this 12,000 here. Total it is 24,000. Now add all the amount. 2,32,000 plus 32,000, 24,000. This 2,88,000. It is 2,88,000. Now let's go to the next. Next we are having the revenue account. Now revenue account. First one, premium received. What is the premium we are having here? So it is 16,96,000. So let's write 16,96,000. Next one, consideration for annuities granted. We have not added to the premium. First schedule number 1 we can add here. So consideration for annuities granted is 2,16,000. Consideration for annuities granted, we can add this amount here. So consideration for annuities 2,16,000. Next item is interest and dividend received. So that amount also we can add here. Either we can add in the premium only, schedule number 1. Otherwise we can add here also. So interest and dividend. So interest and dividend we are having 3,36,000. 3,36,000. So add all the amount, you will get it is 16 lakh 96,000 plus 2 lakh 16,000 plus 3 lakh 36,000. So we are having 22 lakh 48,000 total A. So our total A is 22 lakh 48,000. Now next one, let's go to the schedule number 2. Commission paid is nil. So commission paid is nil. Next one, operating expenses. We are having operating expenses of 4,68,000. 4,68,000. Next one, benefits paid. So we are having benefits paid of, it is 2,88,000. 2,88,000. Now add this amount, that whatever the amount we get, that is total B. 4,68,000 plus 2,88,000. So we'll get 7,56,000. 7,50,000. Now deduct, this is the total B. Deduct this B from total A. So A minus B. So we'll get 14,92,000 as the surplus. This is the surplus we are getting. Now let's go to the balance sheet schedule. First one, schedule number 1 is the share capital. So authorized capital. If we have any authorized capital, we can write. Otherwise, whatever the share capital they have given, if we are having the authorized capital, we can write. Otherwise, whatever the share capital given, that amount should be considered as the capital. So we don't have any share capital here. So let's assume it is nil. So we don't have any, it is nil. Next one, schedule number 6, reserves and surplus. So life fund at the beginning of the year is the considered as reserve. So we have life fund is 62,07,200. So we have 62,07,200. 62,07,200. Next one, we can add the surplus what we got here. So it is 14,92,000. So 14,92,000. 14,92,000. Add this amount, we'll get the total schedule number 6. So 62,07,200 plus 14,92,000. Now we'll get 76,99,200. 76,99,200. Next one, borrowings. So we don't have borrowings, it is nil. Now let's go to the next schedule, investment. So investment in government securities or investment, ordinary investment, investment in any securities, investment in any government bonds, all considered as a investment here. So investment in government securities, let's see what is the amount of investment in securities. So investment, first one, we have investment in government securities is 15,60,000. Let's write 15,60,000. Again, we have other securities, we have 33 lakh. So 33 lakh. Add this 15,60,000 plus 33 lakh. We'll get 48,60,000. So 48,60,000. Now coming to schedule number 9, loans. So loans against policies, and if you have any surrender claims adjusted against loans and policies also can be deducted here. So loans against policies, what is the loans against policies? Loans against mortgage is 13,98,000. Loans on policies is 6 lakh. So 13,98,000 and 6 lakh. So it is 13 lakh 98,000 and on mortgage is 6 lakh. So add this, you'll get 19,98,000. Again, coming to the fixed assets, he has directly given the fixed asset here. So fixed assets is 3 lakh. Fixed assets is 3 lakh. Now next item is cash at bank and cash in hand. So it is schedule number 11. So we have the cash balance. Cash balance is 2,95,200. So 2,95,200. Again, coming to schedule number 12, advance and other assets. So first one, outstanding premium of the current year, it is in adjustments. So we don't have adjustment. Let's go to the trial balance. Premium outstanding for the current year. So it is the 2,64,000. 2,64,000. Next one, coming to the interest accrued. Let's go to the interest accrued is 60,000. Interest accrued is 60,000. Next item is sundry debtors. So what is the total amount sundry debtors? They have given sundry debtors is 96,000. 96,000. Next item is claims covered under reinsurance given in the adjustment. So claims covered under reinsurance is 24,000. So it is 24,000. Next item is advance income tax. Advance income tax is 36,000. Let's write 36,000 here. Advance income tax is 36,000. Now add all the amounts, then we'll get the total advances. So it is 2,64,000 plus 60,000 plus 96,000 plus 24,000 plus 36,000. Totally we'll get 4,80,000. So 4,80,000 is the total schedule number 12. Next, schedule number 13, current liabilities. So premium deposits we are having. Let's look at the premium deposits in the question. So premium deposits we are having 72,000 premium deposits. So 72,000. Again, next item is agent's balance. So let's look at the agent's balance in the question. So we are already having agent's balance schedule number 13. We are having 90,000. 90,000. Next item is claims outstanding for the current year. So let's look at the adjustment we are having in the claims. Current year claims outstanding 54,000 is 54,000. Next item is outstanding management expenses also in the adjustments. It is 18,000. So it is 18,000. Add all the amounts. So 72,000 plus 90,000 plus 54,000 plus 18,000. Then get 2,34,000. You get the amount. Next, schedule number 14 and schedule number 15. They have not given any item regarding schedule number 14 and 15, provision and miscellaneous expenses. This is nil. And while preparing balance sheet also, we should not show schedule number 14 and 15 while preparing the balance sheet. Under the application of fund, we should not show the amount. And also schedule number 13, we should deduct the amount from the total application of the fund. Now let's go to the balance sheet. So balance sheet of the company. First one, source of the fund. So let's go to the source total. What is the total application? So let's share capital is first one nil. So it is nil here. Share capital nil. Next one reserves and surplus. So we have reserves and surplus of 76 lakh 99,200. So it is 76 lakh 99,200. Again coming to the borrowing. Now let's look at the total borrowing. Schedule number 7, borrowings nil. So we don't have any amount in borrowing, it is nil. Now total it is 76 lakh 99,200. Now coming to the applications of fund, total application. First one, under first one, schedule number 8 investment, schedule number 9 loan, schedule number 10 fixed asset, schedule number 11 cash in hand and other assets, and also schedule number 12 other current assets. Next one, schedule number 13 is the current liabilities. This amount should be deducted. Keep this in mind. And schedule number 14 and 15 we should not show here. Next one, first one coming to the investment. What is the total investment we are having here? Total investment schedule number 8 is 48 lakh 60,000. Next item is loans. Loans and advances. Schedule number, it is 19 lakh 98,000. 19 lakh 98,000. Next item is schedule number 10. Next item, schedule number 10 fixed assets. Fixed asset is 3 lakh. It is 3 lakh here. Next item is schedule number 11 cash in hand and other assets. Schedule number 11 cash in hand 2 lakh 95,200. 2 lakh 95,200. Next item schedule number 12 other assets. So advance and other assets is 4 lakh 80,000. Now schedule number 13 should be deducted from all the, after adding all the item, deduct schedule number 13. Current liabilities. Current liabilities 2 lakh 34,000. 2 lakh 34,000. I am writing in the bracket, that should be deducted. So 48 lakh 60,000 plus 19 lakh 98,000 plus 3 lakh plus 2 lakh 95,200 plus 4 lakh 80,000 minus 2 lakh 34,000. So we'll get 76 lakh 99,200. 76 lakh 99,200. So the balance will get tallied. 76 lakh 99,200. Here also 76 lakh 99,200. This is how we have to solve the problem. First we have to look at all the schedules. So we have to by heart all the schedules. We should know which schedule or which number of schedule belongs to which items, or which item belongs to which schedule. Then we have to understand the adjustment. If claims outstanding, it should be comes under schedule number 4 and schedule number 13, and claims covered under reinsurance schedule number 4 minus from claims. Claims outstanding, add to claims. Claims covered under reinsurance schedule number 4 minus from claims, and we have to show it in the schedule number 12 current assets. This one we have to show it in the schedule number 13 current liabilities. Next one, further bonus utilizing deduction of premium. Schedule number 1 add to premium. Schedule number 4 add to bonus. Management expenses schedule number 3 add to the management expenses. Operating expenses schedule number 3 add to management expenses. Again show it in the current liabilities. Like this you should have all the adjustment in your hand. You should have the hold on the adjustment, then only you can do this type of problems. So all the types of, so maximum types of adjustment we have discussed in this chapter. Okay, so from next class we are going to discuss on problems on general insurance. Next topic or next chapter is problems on general insurance. Till then, thank you so much. See you in the next session.